mindset. You have to help yourself change the mindset. Always talk to your children. Apart from teaching that you do, talk to your children. Think of their, welfare. Talk to them and ask them, how did you do this? How did you reach this point? What helped you? Who helped you? Were you able to do it differently this time? Talk to them. What we teachers normally do, we go into the lesson, we teach what we have to teach, we come out, and that's the connect. You have to have a wonderful connect with your children. You have to have that bond with your children, change their mindset. So try doing it this way and see how things will change for you as well. So teachers need to change their mindset. You have to help your children change their mindset, and also never tell the children you are good for nothing. Never say that, because children are good at many things, and children actually wait for opportunities in the lessons, in the class. Your daily lessons must help them change their mindset. Children should not be saying, I tried it this way, ma'am, but it didn't work, so I'm not going to try it anymore. You may be having some shy children. You may be having some children who are reluctant. You may be having children who never think differently. You have to allow them and give them the opportunity to try something differently. Give them a platform to do things differently, and do not deny to things. Say, I think you can do it because I believe in you. I trust in you. So show your trust, show your belief in your children, and you will see how they change their mindset. This is how we've been doing things. So this is what I want to tell you. Apart from this, I also would want the teachers in your daily lessons, when you plan your lessons, have a moment of celebration in between the lessons. Always have a moment of celebration where you celebrate your children and tell them, today you did this in this manner, and this has made a difference. This is the impact of it. And whatever children do should be appreciated, should be fostered by doing, by telling them, oh, wow, I was so happy to see that work of yours. So cultivate this mindset. Teachers can model growth-oriented behavior, praise effort rather than it. Now, don't praise only the intelligent ones. Praise the efforts of the students. Provide opportunities for students to learn from their own mistakes. And additionally, incorporate mindfulness practices and teach students about the brain's capacity for growth, which can further support the development of growth mindset. So I would like to tell you, a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It is the opposite of a fixed mindset, which assumes that our abilities are predetermined and cannot be changed. So by embracing a growth mindset, teachers and students can unlock their full potential and achieve greater levels of success. Thank you so much for that. Ms. Nina, if there's any question that they can put forth, I'm ready to answer if I can. Or if my members sitting in this session have answers to the questions that might come forth, please feel free to answer. Yes. Any question?
Forum is open for anyone to raise a question, and we welcome the answers too from you.
Absolutely.
I have one question.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Usually there are obstacles in the mind that we are not even able to face those challenges as teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to children, how much time does it take to overcome an obstacle?
Okay. Now that depends on every student's potential again. Now there are children who actually come from a background where the parents are very positive. It depends on that as well. So if they have been getting that kind of environment at home, now you have seen children, especially in our kind of scenario, where the parents are very marks oriented and they want things to be perfect, and they keep talking to the children, you should be getting this and you should be achieving this. So those are the children who actually, feel that I shouldn't change my mindset. The children should be. So here, The parents' intervention is very, very important. You have to talk to the parents as well sometimes. We talk to our parents as well. We have children who always think that, this is what I'm ma'am, I will not change my way. I will do it this way because my mother doesn't like it. So there are times when you have to talk to the parents as well. That is another very big obstacle that we all face. But the parents' mindset is also very fixed. I want my child to be this, and this is the way I'm taught. I want this. I'm only looking at marks and nothing else. So when
Yes.
they start thinking, children will have an impact. So you have to change their mindset as well. So wherever you feel you have difficult parents who have fixed mindset, okay, first talk to them. But when you're talking to them, you have to give examples of the children who have shown change because of the parents having a growth mindset. Talk. I'm not saying give out the names, but you can say amongst my 35 students, I have 20 students who are performing well because of this. And it's not about marks. It's not about how much you achieve. It's about the effort that you have put in. And you should be actually uh, giving these children an opportunity where they can showcase their talent. The children are very, very open to the teachers if the teachers give them that opportunity. So you will take, I'm not saying there is a fixed time. It depends. Some children, we have worked with them and they have shown improvement within 2 months. We've had our sessions with the children where they've shown wonderful improvement within 2 months. So we have our data, and how much we look at their well-being. Now, growth mindset is also connected to well-being of our children as well. So you should be actually looking at. And I don't know, we have children who sit very quiet in the class and they think that let that person speak. I just want to share something which very well connects with what ma'am has just asked. uh, Children who are intelligent have a habit of raising their hand. They are the ones who always answer all the questions. And teachers are very happy when they get those 10 to 12 answers and they say, wow, my class is very good. What have you done about the children who never raise their hand? And once they raise their hand, how much have you encouraged them to talk in the next lesson again? So do not, we have now kind of wiped off the hand raising policy. We are saying no to it these days. We want all our children. So what now? How do you then get responses? That is another question that might come up. If you don't have hand raising policy, then what's next? So we have something called response sticks. Okay, so we have the names written on the ice cream spoons of every student. We keep it in a cup. You write it once in the beginning of the year. All 35 names are written. We pick our own students from that response stick and we call out the children to give the responses. If one child is not able to respond, you can say, do you have a buddy? So have a buddy support. Buddy support is a wonderful way of encouraging children. Have a buddy support. Say, you have a buddy. Could you call out your buddy to help you? And that child will call out his buddy or her buddy to take the response. And then you will see that these children collaborate and respond. So collaboration, buddy support, all these ways really, contribute to change the mindset and help the children to improve. So give them those kind of support. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you,
Anything
ma'am.
else?
Very valuable ideas and methodologies you shared. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. My pleasure, ma'am. Somebody has asked about students. Ma'am, how to observe that students are getting concepts or not in wow? That's a wonderful question. I think Mr. Nazim has asked that question. So, see, what happens in maths is that when you give a question to the children, you give a solution as well to them. The very first thing is you give a solution. After you give a solution, now that is the knowledge and understanding part where you have taught something. You give a question, you want to test the knowledge and understanding. Second part should be, Ms. Nina, we are all very well aware of the Bloom's taxonomy. The next is the application in math. Now, you should be giving them a lot of questions to apply their knowledge to whatever you have taught. Give them different scenarios and situations where they should be able to apply their understanding. Now, when children do and give them an independence to solve on their own, uh, we have a way of getting, there's something called metacognition questions, which we all ask in lessons. Yes, Ms. Nina, metacognition
Yeah.
questions also play a role in classes. We have metacognition question. Which process did you follow? Right?
Mm.
How did you reach this answer? What steps did you follow to reach this answer? So, if you could, ma'am, Mr. Nazim, if you could write down the steps that the children follow, if the process is clear to them, you will see children understanding the concept well. They may not get all answers right, but if in math they're getting the process right, they're getting the steps right, I think your half of your battle is won. Answer may go wrong sometimes because they may make those calculation mistakes. But if the process and the steps are correct, I think you should be happy that you've explained the concept well.
So
Anything else?
Good. Thank you, ma'am.
we need
Final
actually,
question. The learning obstacle of the children.
Sorry, sorry.
Learning obstacle of the children.
Okay, yeah. What are the learning of the students? I'll just tell you something about it. The most common obstacle to developing a growth mindset is fear of failure. Fear of failure. What if? And many teachers and students are afraid to take risks. Children don't take risks. So when they try, even the teachers for that matter, ma'am, if I try this new strategy, I don't know whether I'll be able to achieve this objective or not. That fear shouldn't be there. And you shouldn't be fear, you shouldn't have the fear of failing. Never have that fear. However, it's important to remember that failure is a natural part of the learning process. So by reframing failure as an opportunity for growth and learning, help ourselves and students to develop more positive attitudes. And the second very common obstacle is again a fixed mindset, as I just told you. This occurs when the students believe that their abilities and intelligence are fixed traits that type of thinking can lead to a lack of motivation and a fear of challenge. So what should we overcome? It's important to encourage a growth mindset by praising effort over it and providing opportunities for students to their vision. Right? Yes, ma'am?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Miss Winnie, please unmute yourself.
Okay, okay. I
Sorry.
think buddy support, yes, someone has posted their buddy support. Really, I am not exaggerating, but believe me, in our school, buddy support is is doing wonders. Children are so comfortable with each other, and the way they talk to and the way they explain concepts to each other. We also have something called mirror. So children look at each other and they teach. So we have these small strategies in our lessons which really help the lessons become very interesting, and it's not teacher led at all, it's completely student centered. Children do a lot many things in the lessons and they're so keen on, and they're so eager to attend our lessons. So we have elbow partners, we have buddy support, we have now buddy support, it can be anybody in the class. Elbow partners are their right and left elbow partners who they get connected with. And also mirror. If Nina is sitting with me, she's my mirror and I'm her mirror. And whatever I tell Nina, is what is in my mind. And that's how it works. So you can try all these strategies, very small ways of connecting children with each other to foster growth mindset. You can do this in your lessons. Okay, what can we do for the children who are in nursery class and are able to express themselves? I think this is something which is this is a stage where they may not express because of different reasons. Children have language barrier. They may also have, again, they're too small to understand things. So some children are very active and smart, especially these days because they have the access to the devices all the time. So they come with vocabulary, but some children do not have that. So again, have children do certain activities in the class. I think, Miss Nina, you are doing something in mind in your learning center where you are developing skills of these kind, right? If I'm not, so I think you should be able to share some good strategies with them, where you can actually help children to express themselves wonderfully.
Definitely. First
Yeah.
thing is that I start with a question, and we have done this project with you, Winnie, where we
Yes.
asked your children to think of the questions. So these questions are, you know, very comfortable questions. It does not make them nervous or intimidated. What if the stars come down? What if the clouds come down? What if the football is cube, the shape of a cube? So these are questions which will not intimidate them in any way, and they will be ready to participate. And they
Yeah,
might come with silly answers. As a
correct.
teacher or an educator or facilitator, whatever I call myself, initially when I began this kind of conversation, the teacher in me would be ready to jump in the conversation, but I had to really train myself and my mind that I
Yeah.
have to give them that space of
Yes,
conversation, of free conversation, where there is nothing wrong and nothing right. It is
absolutely.
only pure feelings and emotions that connect the bond. They strengthen the bond through that conversation, and once they are
Yeah.
ready to express in a small
Mm.
group, you put them on the stage, you put them on the auditorium, you take them to the
They'll do
stadium.
any.
It does
Absolutely.
not matter. But and Vinny, Miss Vinny, you were saying about these strategies are really small. I would not say they are small, because they, if we apply it, we see the wonders only after that in the
Absolutely.
classes.
Absolutely.
If we read about it, we say, okay, I have a class. That mindset, we have a mindset that I have a huge class, I don't have space. These things are there, always there. Even in a
We also
small,
have, yeah, we also have 35, 36 students in our classes, and we are still doing all this with them.
yeah,
Okay, somebody's asked if it is doable in grade 1 and 2. Believe me, it is doable in grade 1 and 2. Even our
absolutely.
KG2 are doing. They
Yeah,
also have buddies. And Miss Nina, you have interacted with our children. You know how well they speak when they have to talk. And you very rightly said, open-ended questions are wonders to give them that platform to express themselves. So one should actually, we shouldn't be now sticking to any knowledge and understanding questions at all. Knowledge
yeah.
questions are done with. I
We're
mean,
done with
knowledge
it.
we
Yes.
all have more than us
Hmm.
times, okay? You may just reteach things in the class and
Yeah.
it gets very boring. It gets very
Yeah.
boring. So we
And
shouldn't be actually doing all this now.
even about
Yeah.
the mathematics, someone asked about the mathematic
Yeah.
mindset, how to build
Yeah.
that, and you very rightly said about the process and applying the concept. And
Yeah.
one more thing is that I would like to add to this is estimation.
Absolutely.
What is the estimation of of this number? When you add this, will it be
Yeah.
more, or will it, no, just guessing.
Just,
And
yeah,
that empowers
absolutely.
them, and that gives them the understanding, okay, I understand math in my environment, that's all.
Very
So
true. Very true. So there are actually, it's an ocean, it's an
yeah,
ocean of strategies. Actually, if you
yeah,
see in teaching these days, you can go and pick any kind of you pick educators and you'll get to know so many things. And please try lesson study in your schools. It is doing marvel. In our school, we are doing it wonderfully. I also take up one lesson, English lesson with my children, and my children really, they actually, you should be well connected with your children to have a growth mindset. If that connect is there, everything gets done, whether it is math, English, science, whatever it is. If your children are connected with you, if they are eagerly waiting for you, that means you are doing something really great. Like ma'am was telling me, Miss Nina, that children want to read. So reading is something that children don't
yeah.
want to do. But if your children are coming eagerly to read, that means you're doing something really great for them.
Yeah.
So amazing, ma'am, amazing.
Thank you.
I think, yeah,
And,
yes,
and thank you to you, Miss Winnie, for sharing such amazing strategies and tools about growth mindset. And I'm sure all the participants over here have gained something from this webinar, which we really wanted to share with everyone, so that your classes become learning spaces of growth mindset together, the facilitator as well as the children that you are in connect with. So with that, we come to the end of this webinar. Thank you, and we will see you very soon with yet another session, another topic, another
absolutely,
day.
absolutely,
Bye
absolutely, ma'am,
bye.
absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening patiently. And I hope to see many of you applying this and changing your mindset from now on. Don't wait for tomorrow. Change it from now. Certain things can be done immediately. And mindset is something that will actually happen if you try it. So don't worry about it. Make mistakes. Learn as you make mistakes. Thank you so much. I think,
So
Miss Nina, somebody's asking a question about certificates. If you could just answer. They want to know how will we get the certificates.
certificates, the link will be posted by Mr. Matthew in the AIEF groups. And if you are
Yeah.
not in the AIEF groups, you can always join them and the link will be
Hmm.
there. So then you can just
Okay,
fill the
I'm
form in.
also sharing my email ID in the chat box. If you wish to share any feedback or if you have any question, you can ask. I would love to have your feedback on my email ID, gemsedu.com, vinny.a_gls at gemsedu.com is my email ID. Please get connected with me. If you have any queries, I'm ready to respond to you. That's my email ID. You can take it. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day ahead. Those who are tired, please go off to sleep for some time. Okay, bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
My email ID is there. Meena, ma'am, you can share it with them as well. So it's there.
Yeah, sure.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.